ただいま。
君は自分がこの仕事に向いてると思ったことはあるかね。
そんなのあるわけないでしょ。
Wow. Oh. Dang it. Whoa. Morning is not my, it's not my jam, man. Wow. Not good at all. Not good. Ooh. Ooh. indecisiveness killed me. Oof. I don't know why, but I can never hit the T. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Oh. Hey, we did it. I didn't see that coming. Hey! Fucking Christ. No! That was bad. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Bad. I shouldn't even get an extra ball. Oh! I should not be playing pinball in the morning. They could give me 40 extra balls, and it still wouldn't make a difference. Hey! Got the skill shots down. No! Why? 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 Damn it. I was doing so well at keeping him going. Ay. Well, that was lucky. Not doing not doing a very good job at controlling. Not at all. Hey. One thing I want to start is debris, which is getting the twister. Especially if I have 2 times on the field, I would love to get debris. Oh! Killer! Shoot myself. Already on ball 3. Yuck. That was horrendous. Tornado on the ground. Oh, you. Ah. Huh. Who knew? That game turned out way better than I thought it was going to be. And back to more of the same. Hi, Retro. How's it going, man? Right? If, yeah, Sharknado pin, that would be something. You pretty much could base it on the same exact thing. Sharknadoes could pretty much be the same exact game and then just have sharks around a tornado. It's amazing that that movie franchise is as popular as it is. Well, hi. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Other themes for pinball. Personally, I would like to see a new NASCAR one done. Not that I'm a NASCAR fan, but or even a new like a Grand Prix type game. It doesn't seem like they've really done that. Actually, if I really had to pick a theme, and it's mostly just because I love hockey, I would love to see a solid like Stern or Jersey Jacks style hockey theme game. Like there's a lot of movies you could keep doing, and Stern seems to be doing all of that right now. Like pretty much just tons of like movie themes and retro movies or shows. So Stern's kind of got that niche going. So I would just like to see some newer variety of what we used to have. Like you used to see a couple NBA games, Shack Attack, and that style. I guess sports in general. It'd be nice to see some new updates. The technology's gotten so much better that they could really bring some sports themes to life again. What about you? What do you want to see for pinballs? What themes?
Another racing pin.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way to be original. Terrible.
Okay.
I'd like to see a Pokemon. Yeah, maybe Pokemon.
Yeah, capture Pokemon in different modes.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, actually, that's really adaptable to pinball because you could just have something you'd have to hit on the machine to capture Charizard or Pikachu or all the other millions of Pokemon out there. Yeah, that would be all right. I think I'd go for that one.
Oh, I definitely go for that one.
This probably been talked about too, but it seems like pinball. There's a gap in the ages that play pinball, so maybe it wouldn't catch on with the older crowd. Mostly because we just never. Well, I guess our generation played Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What else?
Mortal Kombat.
Ooh, a Mortal Kombat pin. That'd be kind of interesting. You'd have to shoot like a special jackpot or something to get the fatality.
That'd be pretty cool.
I could see that one. Stern kind of took the one that I really wanted, which was Ghostbusters. So very happy to see that. And from what I hear, they're gonna make a Blues Brothers too. So, oh Jesus. Have you seen the new Star Wars thing from Stern yet? There. I wasn't exactly very impressed by it. Haven't played it, just have seen people play it. Ooh, a Goonies pin. That's a good one too. I think that's been talked about a few times. I don't remember which company wanted to make one, but that has been, if I remember right, has been discussed before. A new James Bond pin would be nice, but that's mostly the Bond lover in me. Something with Sean Connery, maybe even something that kind of encapsulates all the Bonds instead of one specific one, because there's a Roger Moore pin and a GoldenEye pin, which is the same. I think it came out the same year this did, 1996. Which I would love to get my hands on a GoldenEye, even though a lot of people don't like it. But a lot of people don't really like this game either. I think it's mostly because of the control issues. A Homestar Runner. What is Homestar Runner? I'm not familiar with it. You know what Homestar Runner is?
Somebody in junior high really liked to eat him all the time, but that's all I know is what he looks like.
It's
Some
what?
Cartoon character.
A who?
A cartoon character.
Oh, from what show?
Homestar Runner.
Oh.
I don't really know the premise of it.
Is it an anime?
Somebody was obsessed.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely needs a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but not the new stuff. That's the old person in me. I want the old, like based on the old Ninja Turtles, like the cartoons or even like the live action. The Data East, I didn't think it was all that great either. Homestar Runner is a website that did really funny animated shorts. Oh. Yeah. I'll have to look that up. Kind of like Cyanide and Happiness. That'd be right. You know, there's not a lot of like comedy, you know, I know, not, Jesus, I'm playing like shit. It's not like a lot of funny pins out there that like have funny things they say. Like South Park can be kind of funny at times. But a Rick and Morty pin, oh, that is surprising that it hasn't even come up for discussion, because that show is so wildly popular. I love that show. It's a great show. And there's so many angles you could take with that. Plus, if you added the voices to the game itself, that would be pretty awesome. Yeah, pins that we'll never play, that's probably true. There's well, they're not really new. American Pinball, maybe American. Oh man, I'm just sucking it up. Maybe American Pinball will get into the game a little more and start making some of that fanfare type stuff. Do you think you would do a lot of that? Would do really well at barcades? Because it's pretty much the right time to make any of that stuff. Even if it was just kind of an Adult Swim themed game. I feel like the not that I don't like Stern. I like Sterns. But I feel like it'd be nice to see a couple of these other companies that are kind of low key start producing some big ones. Not just always seems like it's the Stern show right now. And to me, a Stern always plays like a Stern. Wow, still sucking. Like I don't know what it is about Sterns. A lot of them are fun. I shouldn't. Certainly not bashing them. I did not think that new Star Wars game was all that fun, but maybe if I played it would be. Dragon Ball Z, another classic, another one that could definitely have some interest. I don't know. I don't know as far as demographic if. Oh wow. I don't know if as demographic wise, like people that are really into that would be into pinball either.
Harry Potter.
Even Harry Potter, I'm not sure. Lord of the Rings, that went over pretty well. You see a lot of people with that pin actually in their homes. Actually, the one thing I'm surprised at more than anything is, like, the technology we have, as far as what we're able to get. Like, you have the Adrenos, Raspberry Pi. I think that's a Raspberry Pi. Like, that stuff is so easy to get stuff for, like relays, miniature PLCs, that you don't see more. Oh wow, I just drained that one out badly. That you don't see like more homebrew pinballs out there. Like even on YouTube, you don't. Wow. You don't really see much for homebrew pins. Even if they were simplistic, at least it's wouldn't be so bad. But a lot of them are just like mechanical. There's no like relays or anything. No, there's no power to them. It's like something your grandpa would whittle out of wood. I was just passing through Fargo a couple weeks ago and stopped at Space Aliens. My kids were with. I was bummed when there weren't any pins. There was even an Attack from Mars mirror in the bathroom taunting me. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny you say that, because even like Dave and Buster's don't even have pinballs. Something that they base their restaurants on arcades, and they don't even have pinballs. But it is crazy that the random bars still has a pinball. Major dives and whatnot still have pinballs sitting in them. Just have to find them. That's the worst part, is there's like no real directory to find them. As a 90s kid, I'd love to see a pin based on Legends of the Hidden Temple. What is that? A Zelda-themed pinball would be amazing, actually. Perfect music. So much story. Easily could be worked in. Zelda, or I guess Zelda and Link if you really wanted. What is the hidden temple? I know I'm asking a lot of questions. I haven't heard of these. There we go. Took me long enough. Perfect timing. There goes my 90. Legends of the Hidden Temple was a game show on Nickelodeon. Huh.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Kind of vaguely sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the point of it exactly was. My sister-in-law lives in Fargo. I remember her telling me a while back that someone was opening a 24-hour pinball place that you paid a membership fee. This is probably a year or two ago. Yes, that absolutely is true. That's Fargo Pinball. We haven't streamed there yet, but yeah, we're both members here, and yeah, it's not 24 hours, but I mean it basically it's 6 a.m. till 1 a.m. 7 days a week, and it's just a key card, and you can come in anytime, and it's I mean it's just reasonable as far as prices. 50 cents per play, you know, $1 for 3 for all the machines, and they have like 30 machines. If you look on my channel page, you'll see a list of all the pins that they have, and if you know anybody who has a membership, you can actually go with them at any time. You can bring as many guests as you want. You know, you're just obviously just liable for what they do there. But yeah, it's a great place to play. So if you're ever in the Fargo area again, definitely hit me up, and let's go hit up Fargo Pinball. Not much history of good pins based on video games, Street Fighter and Mario. I was not a real fan of Mario. Were you?
Not really.
No. I think it was okay. I think it was super special by any means. Sega was definitely a hit and miss on the pins they made. I think Twister is one of the best ones they make. The only real annoying thing I hate about Twister, it's like they have so many great things going in it, but it gets constantly stuck on the playfield. It'll jump, it'll hop, it'll get stuck between the plastics. I mean, what a pain in the ass. And then if you accidentally hit something too hard and it flies back, I mean, it'll jump your flipper. It'll jump right over it. Also, big pain in the ass. I mean, you don't get that with a lot of pinball games where you end up jumping lanes or even the flippers itself. But I thought Sega definitely I thought Sega did a really good job on Twister. It might be my favorite Sega that they make. Favorite pin that they make.
And it's better than South Park.
Yeah, I would say it's better than South Park. I do like South Park though. American Ninja Warrior. Yeah, I mean, you could do like some neat features. Even like nobody goes like you know, they used to have like old pins based on like fairs and circuses and stuff like that. Like the features they could pack those with, like novelty type stuff. They could do a great job. It's just it wouldn't, you know, nobody would buy something just named like the State Fair or something like that anymore. Like those old EMs covered so many different types of things, but they had no way of like adding real toys or features to it. Now I think you could really add some neat, unique items to each pinball game if you were to start redoing some of those old style themes. Even like if you did like a casino game. They haven't had a casino game in forever. How's work going?
It's going.
I'm not sure. I don't know how you would incorporate that in the game. Oh, I should have held back. That's also another really annoying thing about this game. When it launches out, it's so random. So it ends up coming, it can come straight down and you totally get killed on that. Not a big fan of random like the random plunge out to the middle. It's not my favorite. Keeps it interesting, but also can be very detrimental especially if you're having a good game. Because then you could lose a ball right just based on the plunge itself. What a waste. Dungeons and Dragon pen. That would be something. It's not an RPG. It's a card playing game. You roll a dice to I think it's a dice rolling game. Well, I mean, I think the game is based on like individual cards having certain powers, but I think like I can't remember if it's I don't know. That could easily be adapted into pinball because if you hit something on the playfield, especially if it's a dice roller, then you could hit something on the playfield for your dice roll. I could see that one. I think Clue would be okay. I don't know if it stands the test of time, but back in the day, Clue would have been an excellent one. Kinda. Yeah, it's kinda like Whodunit, isn't it? And Whodunit's really fun. It's like solving a mystery while playing pinball, which was a neat concept. I'm not doing for a crap, can't hit that ramp. Hit the ramp. Ugh. Wow. Hey, P-Dazzle. How's it going, man? Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like Magic the Gathering. You could like Whodunit includes like the mystery. And you could easily adapt that to like a dueling card game, where you get your points or cards based on what you're doing in the game, and then you can play you could hit a spot in the game and then stop to lay down to actually duel. That'd be really fun. I always thought like an internet-based pinball, like not like a physical pinball, but it's connected to the internet at, say, your bar, and you can play a 4-player game, and it'll have instead of like a true backglass, it'll have a TV, and you can see your opponent playing at their bar, and so it'd be almost like FaceTime or something like that, where you can see your opponent and you can see them playing, and you can play a 4-player game against anyone, anywhere in the world, just by being there. Obviously it's not, you could play it all at the same time, or it could be like normal. Player 1 has to go and everybody else can sit there and watch them play pinball and then wait their turn to play on their machine. It's not for like tournament play, so it's not like you have to verify the pinball's perfect, but it'd be a neat way to, if you just want to go to the bar by yourself, you could play other people. I think it'd be socially, I think that'd be a lot of fun. I guess you could include a mic too. I think that would be fun. Like a Twitch-based pinball almost. Wow. I gotta stop doing that. I'm bad. Almost drained on down the middle again. But having like a internet-based pin across the U.S. or the world, and then have rankings, different state, what's your ranking against this state or something like that. That'd be pretty sweet, because not everybody has like 4 players that play one pinball. It's almost like matchmaking, but in a physical, digital world. I don't know. I think that would be fun. I'd like to go to my local bar and be like, yeah, I'll play this chump from Jersey. Why not? Yeah, if you have microphones, you actually could learn something. So if you do suck at it, the other player could, you know, help you out. Get you... Oh my god. Yeah, I don't even know how the last Despicable Me movie did. That would have been alright. For if you had like young kids or something, and you wanted to get them into pinball, what better way to get them into pinball than to throw a minion that can't speak English at them?
They have a cheap little Minions tabletop one. Those are ridiculous.
Apparently, from what I'm hearing in the background, is they make one, but they're just the cheapo little kids ones. Wow. Yeah, NBA Jam. That's right. Is that what that's called? Remember the one that was at Fargo Pinball? Remember the NBA game?
I thought that was Fast Break.
Fast Break. Yeah, Fast Break. Is it NBA? Does the NBA Jam let you do that too? I know Fast Break let you do that. In side by side, and you had to have the special cable. And if I remember right, the special cable is like impossible to find. Obviously, you can figure your way around that. I think Fargo Pinball was planning to have two there for a while, and then the dude sold it, like, gone. So, there went that. That would have been awesome. That's exactly what I mean, like head-to-head games, but instead of having to have two super expensive pinball machines, at this point they're like $5,000 starting, it could be anywhere. So, that bar has one. You could play single player, no biggie, or you could reach across and play against anyone. Like, what's that game? Golden Tee. Golden Tee has been doing, is it just a serial cable? Oh, I don't know. That guy must have been lying then. He told me it was like hard to find or something like that. But that would be awesome, because there are a lot of games that let you do head-to-head matches against other people in other bars online. I think there's a hunting one too, Cabela's Big Game Hunt or something like that. Mm-hmm. That's a bar favorite. There's some punching bag game you can play against other people. It's not really a game, it's just how drunk can you be and how hard can you punch. I guess if you really want to take it a step further, you could have 4v4, like one bar versus another bar. Or you know, could almost have bar tournaments with that. Without actually physically having to go to their bar. Might be a bummer for the bars, but at least each one's making money. That would be, to me, that'd be a lot of fun to, that's something I really want to do though, is two-player Fast Break. I doubt it will ever happen unless I go to like a museum somewhere that has two of them, like Las Vegas, or that one down in Texas has two. There's probably somewhere around Minnesota that has two Fast Breaks. That was bad. That was my shot. Oh, Aaron. Yes! I missed the last part you said there too. Yeah, they don't have yeah, that's the hard part is getting two together. Damn it. Huh. Don't think that was supposed to restart. I can't hit it. I can't seem to backhand it either. Oh, that was just a lot of wasted time. Ah, now I hit it. If Nintendo lets Stern make a new Mario pin, they could add a... I don't know how to say that. Amiibo reader? Amiibo reader? Is that something? Man, I am behind the times. Amiibo reader to the machine that let you scan in a compatible Amiibo to unlock stuff in Super Mario Odyssey. Oh, that's pretty smart, actually. Like if you had a say if you had a same concept, Pokemon pin. If Pokemon, what's that one called? What's the new one that everybody used to like?
Pokemon.
The one on the phone.
Oh, Pokemon Go.
Yeah, but if they had like Pokemon Go and you could go to like a random bar and play pinball and then get something towards that Pokemon Go game. There you go. Quite the phenomenon. Like, that would work. And same thing like Super Mario. You get like a character, even like Super Smash Bros. If like unlocking one of the characters, you had to play a pinball machine to get a character, and the pinball machine was based on either everything or Super Smash itself, or just based on one individual character, and you could unlock that character in some version of a Mario game, or oh, I lost my train of thought there. That was terrible. Like a Super Smash Bros. Game, something along that lines. I think that would be awesome in itself. I wish they would merge pinball a little bit more with like apps or games, like digital games, just to kind of bridge the gap between physical play and digital play. Because you know, a lot of pinballs have like mini games you can play that are digital but aren't very good. I mean, obviously you go to play a pinball, but there's definitely ways these days to improve that. Even if like they'd merged like VPX or what's the other digital pinball media? We have it. I can't think of what it's called. Like if you get a certain score on like your digital version, like your VPX game, you get like, you can scan it in at a pinball machine and get it like a free play or free 3 plays or something like that. Even if they'd merge just the pinball side of things, the virtual pinball and the physical, by some, you get something for doing something on either one. Alright, time to go for ramp. Oh, that would have been awesome. That was not awesome. There it is. Still draining. There are a lot of card-based video games in arcades in Japan. You can buy the cards from a vending machine nearby. Seems like a cash grab, but kids there really like them. The Japanese love a lot of things. It's amazing the things they really latch onto over there. Yeah, it's totally a cash grab. But maybe if you just watched that, that was awful. That was awful. 3 balls fighting to get out the throat, and I couldn't keep one. I just feel like there's something that pinball could do that wouldn't necessarily be gimmicky. Like, it's only going to be here for a day, you know, like most gimmicky things there are. I feel like they could, well, yeah, like a lot of them like don't even last long. Like Pokemon Go, you don't even hear about that anymore. It's not what I want to keep doing. I do not want to keep getting those types of multi-balls. There. Super Pops. Now every pop is worth 1 million. Oh! Terrible. Terrible. $1.5. You can play a game. Like right now?
Yeah.
5 minutes? Play one game. Break time. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, make room for the amazing Amy, who is very good at, she's the best one. In fact, her name is right there, Amy Marie Johnson. Look that up, you won't find her, because that's not her name.
Just one.
Killing me.
Come on.
Hello. I'm at home. I was, Twitch. What's that? Twister.
Ah, shoot.
Yep.
I can't trust the peg.
Well, I have time. I moved Amy over to it.
They get to watch me suck at pinball. Ah. Yeah, one good bounce out of all of those bounces that I could have had.
Oh, that Aurora. Like,
Yeah, Fargo's way better at nudging than I am. I'm not very good at that.
The center post, you had a good one bounce.
I did have one good bounce out of all of
Did
those
you save
bounces.
it?
I did. Just one.
It is nice there. It's there, but it's hard to trust it.
It is, because it goes...
Yep. You can, if it glances even just to the side, it's done.
Come on. thought I had it. Ow. Come on. This is embarrassing.
Yeah, well, it's a purely digital now. It's a company.
Come on. Ah, shoot.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't even really worry about it, actually.
Yeah, I'm not very good at nudging it. Definitely been trying to work on it. And we actually do have, you know, it's pretty slippery here on the pin. You can see it slide. So, and I don't think we actually have a tilt in this one either. Get it. Ah. Ugh. Ah, shoot. Oh, that game sucked again too. Sorry about that, guys. That game's way better than I am. Ah. Thanks, Neil. Ah, shoot.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'll have to look that one and see if they have a video.
Oh, come on. This is definitely my favorite part. Love it when it goes into the multi-ball with the canister. Come on. Ah, shoot.
You're welcome. Quiet over you. Maybe it's your welcome.
Ah.
I would assume they go for places like Chicago since they probably were in such Chicago a lot of times. Just like with
Well, I guess that was better than the last one.
pretty high in Boston as well. So Texas is obviously zero highs. If you buy one in Texas, obviously it has zero
Ah, shoot. And of course I lost my ball. Hate it when you got your drive again and then all of a sudden just as the ball's about to go down you don't get it back. Twister's a really fun game. It's one of my favorites. We actually drove 4.5 hours to go get it. Ah. Yeah, we definitely don't like that score. Wayne's World, party on. Ah, shoot.
Maybe we'll have to pick up some and swing through it. And then I'll inspect
Ugh. Ah, shoot. I drained a lot.
Thank you, Retro Gamer, for the follow, by the way. And put the feet on sliders to get the feel for nudging. That does slide well. Keep at it. Oh, did you show him that it's
Yeah, I
in
showed him
carpet
it moves.
squares?
Yeah, I showed him that it moves. Ah, gosh.
Shouldn't. Like on that, you should. Instead of flipping them both at the same time.
Slap it.
Well, no. Vary up your how you do that, so it's coming more towards that one, but it wasn't quite there. Hit that one first; it'll barely nudge the ball over, and then you can do that one. So it'd be a slap save on both ends. So slap there, slap back.
Nice. Well, I'll let you get back to it because they're probably getting bored of me because I suck.
Oh. Yeah, this is a rental townhome and it has linoleum floors, and Pinball does not like linoleum. So we put it on these little foam pads, and then we put carpet squares underneath that to keep the pinball legs from digging into the linoleum.
Yes.
Oh, and then he says to trap the ball, that you always flip it away. You don't do drop. You don't do drop catches.
I need to get better at that. Thank you for the suggestion.
She says thank you, and she would definitely need to work on that, which
You can make fun of me. It's okay.
which she does. That's all right. We're not all born ready to play pinball.
Oh my god.
Practice, practice, practice. And when you have your own pinball machines, you can practice. And that's why I always, even if you get one pinball, it can even be an old pinball, in my opinion, like an old EM. They're really inexpensive, and generally you'll get the feel for any type of pinball. I mean, these, obviously, the newer they are, they get way faster, but you get the feel for how the flipper is, the slapping. So at any level you can get used to it. And if you have a lot of quarters in an arcade, you can get very used to it as well. Wow, this is miserable. What games do you have, Neil? You have any of your own pinballs? And if you do, what's your favorite one? Even if, like, if you were to get a pinball right now, and it didn't matter what price it was, what pinball would you get, Internet? Can be anything. Didn't matter the price. I know this is a little. If I had to really get one myself, Whitewater. Absolutely, hands down, a Whitewater. Oh, nice. Lord of the Rings. How do you like that one? My favorite is Fishtails? Absolutely. That is second on my list. Whitewater and Fishtails. And I guess if the money wasn't an option, I'd probably get, like, Cactus Canyon. It's not the most fun pin ever, but it's pretty rare, and I like the theme of it. I like cowboy style, and that one was really great. That was like the death of pinball when that came out. Magic Girl. I would like to play Magic Girl like a couple times, but I would never want to own one. So it's amazing that these people that spent 16,000 waited like 5 years to get a Magic Girl, like, and then didn't even get a full game, like, and they sell it, and if they want to get rid of it, they easily sell it, and it's like, I get it, but it doesn't seem like a great investment. Yeah, I've only played it a couple times, Lord of the Rings, and it seemed really deep to me. It seemed like there's multiple modes. It just that if I was gonna get something newer like that, I would probably get Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, or I don't know, maybe Iron Man. Iron Man, maybe Spider-Man. Somewhere in there. I don't think I'd get Ghostbusters. Even though I really was happy to came out with the Ghostbusters, I played it. It's a fun game, but I've heard people have a lot of issues with that game. I know Fargo Pinball bought one brand new, and had nothing but trouble with it.
Which one was that one?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, yeah.
They unbox it and like started playing it, and like within not even a day started having issues with wires falling off. I think they weren't very impressed. Star Trek is the next one I want. We have a Star Trek, but it's the old one, not the new one. That would be. I've seen it played. I think I would like to try it. Well, I like to try any pinball. I don't even care what the hell it is. I'd go and play it.
It seems more morbid, but Titanic pinball, you try to sink the Titanic.
A what?
Titanic pinball, you try to sink it.
I don't know about that one.
I don't think it was real weird, but
I think that would probably be on par with like maybe a Holocaust pinball. Amy said
we don't have to repeat it.
that they should come up with a Titanic pinball, but instead they just the whole concept is you trying to drown Jack and the rest of everybody else.
No, I said sink the ship.
Oh, sink the ship. Yeah.
Soon.
They sold a bunch. Surprised there are none near you. Nope, there are not. Really, like, there's nothing for pinball here, other than private collectors. Fargo Pinball is basically the only thing for miles of anything pinball. Until you get to the Twin Cities, that's when you start getting into some arcades there. Like, one that we want to try this year is was it Can Wonderland?
Yep.
And that's in somewhere in Minneapolis. Even there's a really big arcade in Duluth, which is an area we like to go to, and huge arcade, not one pinball machine. Unreal. It's like, it's so massive. How do you not have at least one? I'm not playing very well. Did not see that coming. I'm near Savannah, Georgia. Not much here. One bar is finally getting the idea and has 5 pins. There you go. Yeah, they are starting to pop up. On my news feed. Apparently, my Google must track me. Go figure. And almost once a week, I get a news article on my Google news feed that talks about some city somewhere in the U.S. getting a barcade full of pinballs, and it's like, yes, more of that, please. We need barcades. It's the perfect thing. Like even Fargo Pinball's not a bar, so I would love to see more barcades. Drinking and pinball, awesome times. That would be great. There we go. So then, is Star Trek is that the one that you want like the most? If you could get any pin that you really wanted, would that be your call for the next pin to get? Or if you had a choice? It'd be nice to get a Jersey Jacks pin too. They make good pinballs. I was very impressed by Wizard of Oz when I finally got to play that. So that game has a lot of depth to it. Alright, control. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Get up there. I travel for work, so at least I can get to check out what there is when I travel. Nice. So do you use like word of mouth, or do you use a website to find places that have pinball? Yep, Star Trek would be my next, but always watching Craigslist for any deals. Absolutely, that I think we check Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist daily, and we will go practically 8 hours out of our way to get a pinball if it's one that we really want.
And we drove what, 4 hours for Twister?
Yeah, we drove
almost 6 for.
Yeah, 4 hours. It was about a 4-hour drive for Twister, and then there was another one.
High speed was.
Oh yeah, high speed was 6 hours out in the middle of nowhere, North Dakota, and I mean nothing, nothing but dirt roads. That was quite the adventure. In fact, the guy's place that we went to, the road that we went on, the only house on the road was him. I'm like, he has his own freaking road.
Anything if we would have gotten murdered, nobody would ever found us.
Yeah, at that point I'm thinking like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm like, yeah, we're dead. We are so dead. Pinside, pin map. Oh, yeah, I use that, but it doesn't list everybody. Like I'll after I drain this ball miserably, I'll look it up. We've been using another website to find like just local bars in each city that have pinballs, and it's not the bar that lists it. It's word of mouth, where somebody found it there and then went on this website and listed it. That yeah, we found this here at this time. But some of the information can be pretty dated, so. Still a crapshoot whether they still have it or not. Oops, like that right there. Jump the whole scene, and goes out into the out of bounds area. Had to loosen one plate so that the ball actually comes back into play. I will look that site up. Give me guess you really have to wait for that website now. Unless Amy wants to take over. It's your favorite part. It's your favorite part.
I know.
I'm not playing well. Ah. Come on, one more. Oh, why did I ruin that? There we go. Come on. I need to let it bounce. There we go. Ooh, double bounce off the post. Well, that wasn't half bad. I'll stop the ball here. What do you say it was? Inside pin map. Come on. To make sure this is the right one. Yeah, there it is. It is pinballmap.com. Where? No. Oh, I don't think it's there anymore. What? Yeah. Yep, and pinballmap.com, and then you can break it down by state and by city, and that's pretty much the legit way. So if you like come across a pinball machine at some place and it's not listed, feel free to absolutely post it on there so other people can find it, because it's 100% run by users as far as places to go play it. I thought I was gonna bounce across. Oh, it's only ball 2. I thought it was ball 3. Whoa. That was bad. That was bad. That was bad.
Still better than the girl.
Oh yeah, it's better than your high score. Ha!
Shut up. No, 977. It counts.
Does not count.
It's so counts.
Your high score did not count. Ah. She tried to say that her high score counted, and this flipper was like oddly off to the side. So anywhere you basically hit it, like if you hit it nice and square, it would hit the ramp all the time.
It counts.
And I'm like, because. So if you hit it right in the middle of the flipper, which is generally where you hit it the most, because it doesn't require any skill. And I'm like, nope, we can't keep that. That's a bunch of bullshit. Oh, wrong way. Should have been the other way. Keeping my composure. Not really. Getting worse. Hey. Maybe we can pull out a no, but play like that. That is bad. Alright, let's just scrap this game. Oof.
Still better than my bat score too, which was only like 67th out of a million.
Really?
It was bad. It was worse than your mom's. Don't tell her that.
Yeah, my parents are getting not a pinball. Fucking game anyway. Oh, I hate that drain. Boy, I hate that. Parents aren't picking up a pinball this weekend. They are picking up a pitch and bat Slugfest
Oh, they found one.
down in Aurora, Chicago, 8 hours away.
Or were they trying to get us to go in?
Yeah,
Oh.
because you have a friend in Chicago.
Yeah, I do.
And so tomorrow they're gonna go pick up Slugfest because my dad really wanted a pitch and bat, and instead of getting like an old EM pitch and bat, which is actually really what we wanted, but the guy that we dealt with when we found one was such a dick that he just gave up on it. But then a Slugfest came up for sale, and he said, I want something new. And I think Slugfest, when it comes to pitch and bats, is probably the best pitch and bat you can get.
So is it kind of similar? It has a flipper on the bottom and everything too?
Well, it's a bat, but yeah, flipper, sure. You used to have a Slugfest? Mine came with a combo deal. Oh, really? I really like pitch and bats. So, very happy that they're getting the Slugfest one. Maybe when we get it set up, I can even stream it a little bit. I don't know what you all can do. Like, I just assume it's... I've only watched a couple of videos on it. Oops, that was a terrible plunge. Did you like it when you had a slugfest? Like, I guess I know most of the positives to it, but any real bad negatives? Oh. Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, that is the problem we are beginning to experience, is lack of room for pinball. Now the sacrifices are now starting to be made. I have a 1985 Gottlieb tag team, and that one might have to hit the road, just for the fact that there's other pins that I want to get. But it's alright, because Amy's father wants a couple pinballs, so easy sell there. And he loves wrestling. Oh.
You're just saying it was a foster care for pinballs.
There's a single player mode, but 2-player is much more fun. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I could see my dad, actually I could see the whole family loving Slugfest. We already play pinball there. They have 5 pinballs of their own. Pretty old ones, nothing real new. I think the newest one they have is 1985 Fireball Classic, Bali Midway. Otherwise it's Totem, super old school 1959 Sweet Sue, Klondike, Williams 1971, and one that I'm currently restoring, Big Brave. Not Big Indian, Big Brave, the 2-player game. Loan or sell it to the family. Loan or sell it to the family to store it for you. Yep, absolutely. That's what we've been doing.
That's the point. They have both big basements.
Yeah, both families have big basements, so if it's something I really want to keep, we can easily pawn it off on family to either buy or at least store there. And usually, you know, pinball is one of those things that if you have one, and say if you loan it, it's probably going to get bought and sold, because pinball grows on people pretty quickly. Definitely with my family. We bought we bought our first pinball in February, and now between the 2 families, we will have 13 pinballs, and that's in like 6 months basically. So could say we got into it pretty quickly. We had liked pinball before that, but obviously owning one is way different than just going to an arcade and playing playing one. Once you own one, the addiction really kicks in. Ugh. I think next year we would like to get World Cup soccer. I think that'll be on next February's list if we decide to get another DMD game. Right now we only have one DMD, and that's Twister. Otherwise, this weekend we're gonna go pick up Gold Wings, the Top Gun knockoff pin. Found one in our area for a pretty good price. Everything works. Very nice play field, so. And it's kind of funky. It's got the weird 3 flippers at the bottom of the game. I don't know. Worth trying. And I think it has an air raid siren in it too. And if you ever watch a video of Gold Wings, that thing gets pretty loud. Oh. Exactly. A lot of people say it's like one of the best DMDs you can get for the price. And we definitely fell in love with World Cup Soccer when we first played it. We fell in love with NASCAR too, but it constantly broke down. Like, it was always broken down. And when we talked to the guy about it, he even said that it's just a game that constantly breaks. Like, it's fun, but it apparently pushed the envelope too far for the mechanics of the game. That's in one game that you don't even have to like NASCAR, like Pinball.
I love NASCAR. Great game.
That was bad. Not a bad game. It's an alright game. I think it was like 3 days ago I was streaming and had 2 of the best games I've ever had in this game. In fact, they're on the board for first and second, 6.8 billion and 4.1 billion. It was like I died and came back as somebody who was really good at pinball, and then now I came back as me. I'll be right back. I am thirsty as hell.
There's some juice on the counter, so it's strawberry banana stuff we got.
I'm gonna go get water.
Okay. Try to get this done.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I was gonna do a dead catch there, but failed to move my finger. Oops. Oh man. Oops. Thank God for those freezes. Oh man. Unless you do that. We're still good. Oh! Yeah, I'm definitely getting to that point. Ouch. We'll do like one more. I think we'll do one more. And then probably call it a day. Get some other stuff done. It's just about noon here, so it's about the right time to and my skills have clearly deteriorated. Hey. Oof. Ah, yes, now the debris awards. Come in. Oh! Well, there goes the 2 times. Oh. Thank you, Neil, for the follow. Awesome. You're a gentleman and a scholar. And the arcade, thank you for following. Thank you, everyone. Yes, thank you, Neil. Thank you for the chat today. Awesome. Thank you for tuning in. And you have yourself a great weekend, too. And next time you see me on should be Gold Wings. Have a good one, guys.
Stream. How many follows did you get? 3, 4?
At least 4.